Let me know if you're here with us today. We're going to be doing things to open the hips, as well as, again, warming up the spine, keeping that circulation flowing up through the body into the brain. And we're going to be doing things off the chair, because I don't want you to get stuck. So we'll start in a few minutes. Just listen to the music. If you're in your home, as I know you are, close your eyes and just lay down on the floor, or if you're in a chair, put your head back for a while. I'll be right with you. We'll be starting in 2 minutes. Forgot my breath ball, so I'm going to grab that real quick to bring it back, just to reinforce the learning about breathing. Be with you in a second. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started today. So welcome back. If it's your first time, remember our golden rule. Only do what feels right for your body. It is very important for you to remember that within yourself, no one else has ever been in your body. If you have some sort of an injury or you're still recovering from surgery, be gentle. Healing takes a long time, sometimes much longer than we would like it to. But you have the power to visualize that healing happening within yourself. It is an intentional way of helping your body. The other way that you can help and guide yourself into that healing mode is through your breath. So I brought back this to use today with you to remind you that the longer, slower, softer, and more even your breath is, the more your body and brain benefit. Because the more oxygen you have moving in your body, the less dis-ease. Which is why it's very important for you to get up out of that chair, even if it's just to walk around your house. Just circle the sofa, act like a cat, and aimlessly walk around your home. So right now, I want you to find a spot, if you haven't already, and close your eyes. Don't be concerned about watching me, because I want you to focus on the sound of your breath right now. You could even lay one hand on your chest and one hand on your abdomen with your eyes closed, and just notice which hand is moving. And if you notice that the top hand is moving more, that means your breath is shallow. We want to bring the breath down into the body. So that is why we want to bring the breath to the bottom of the ribs, which is the bottom of your lungs. So all the way to the bottom of the ribs is where your lungs are. I want you to put your hands on the outside of your ribs, and as you breathe in, feel the ribs expand. Exhale completely, and let the breath fully release from your body. Go back in, feel the ribs expanding, and exhale. Do one more. Long inhale. And exhale. If you did that with me, you may notice that you feel more calm. It doesn't take long. Within 3 to 5 breaths, you can totally change how you feel just by changing how you breathe. So breathe along with me, and I'll be using this as a guide since I don't want to keep adjusting the camera. I want you to just focus on your breath. So take a long breath in. Empty, full, and slow. Feel your abdomen moving in toward your spine when you let go of your breath. Again, breathe in. Exhale. One more. And release. We're going to continue that breath, and we're going to do alternative nostril breathing. We've done this before. If you have never done it before, know that there are many ways in different disciplines that this is done. There's 3 primary ways. One is each one, regardless of what style of this breath you do, the benefits are the same. When you are sitting there watching too much TV, most of us are. I personally don't own a TV, so I'm grateful for that. But the radio can be just as disturbing. Turn it off, put on some music, go inside your breath. So this alternative nostril breathing is a really nice way for you to balance out whether you're feeling really anxious, even if you get headaches, if you struggle with feeling like you just are overwhelmed. Maybe you're feeling especially emotional. This is a way that you can calm yourself down quickly. So there's a part of your brain and nervous system that has the fight or flight reaction, and the other is the relaxation. We're going to balance out those 2 halves of your nervous system with this breath. Use your thumb and an index finger, and I just use them back and forth like this. There are many traditional ways of holding the hands. It's secondary to practicing the breath. So we're going to begin. I want you to close off your left nostril and breathe in long and slow through the right. So I'm going to mirror you. Breathe in. Close that nostril off. Exhale. So I'm switching back and forth. Close your eyes. We're going to do 4 more breaths, just like that. In through the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale. Close off the right. Exhale through the left. Again, breathe in. Exhale. Fully empty the breath. One more. In through the right side. Exhale through the left. When you've completely emptied your breath, breathe back in through the left side. Closing off the left, exhale through the right. Again, in through the left. Exhale through the right. 2 more. Close your eyes. If you close your eyes, you will experience the sensation deeper because you're closing off your awareness to the outer world and opening to your inner world. So breathe back in through the left side. Exhale through the right. Last one, long, slow, and full. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Just let your hands rest in your lap. And recognize the difference in how you feel now and how you felt before you started the breathing. A little smile on your face. That smile is there to just send a message into your body. So when I suggest smiling, it's not for you to entertain yourself. It's because you are sending a message into your body. So keeping that in mind, make sure that through this class, you do your best to keep that smile on your face. I'm going to move back to the mat and we'll continue. All right, so I have the chair. I'll be going back and forth as I have in the past. If you're able to be on the floor, that's great. If you are chair bound, that's perfectly fine too. We're going to start off. If you are in the chair, I want you to move forward on that chair and extend your right leg out to the side. So make sure you're using a chair. Usually the dining room chair is the best option. Leg is extended. If you're able to lift your arms over your head, if you're not, just try lifting up as much as you can. Again, we're just getting some circulation moving through the lymph nodes underneath the armpits and lifting the weight up off the organs. Because when we sit a lot, I'm sure you've all felt yourself sagging in this situation like this in your sofa. If you sit tall, and your homework for any time during the day that you remember this, don't be hard on yourself if you forget and you only do it once a week. You started a pattern of change. Keep the space between your ribs and your hips long and your body forward on the chair so that your shoulders are over your hips. Okay? Leg's going to extend. If you're on the floor, extend the right leg, fold the left foot in, lace the fingers, turn the palms out. Follow your hands up to the sky and press up into the sky like you're holding up a cloud. Look up and fold out from the waist. If you feel unstable, you can use your hand on your leg anytime you need to and just slide your hand down that leg. If you're already on the floor, once you bring your body out, wherever you are, chair or floor, soften your shoulder and just let your head relax. Take a breath in, lift the ribs up, draw your abdomen in just a little bit. That will help release your hips. Empty your shoulders, soften your chest. With each breath, let your body go a little deeper. Take a breath and let your body go limp. So release everything. Draw the abdomen in, press your spine back and roll it through the spine one vertebrae at a time. We're going to repeat that once more. Same leg. Lace the fingers, breathe in, lift to the sky. Look up at the hands, that's to keep the spine tall. Draw the abdomen in, press out, fold from the waist. muscles releasing a little more. Send any tension out through the base of the hip or out through the end of the heel. Soften your forehead. Part your jaw so your mouth can stay closed, but you want to just release any tension in the jawline. Draw the abdomen in, press the spine back, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Now we're going to switch sides. So again, if you're in the chair, you're just going to extend the leg to the other side. I'm sitting forward, leg is out at a 45-degree angle, whatever is comfortable. I like to keep my hip near the edge of the chair. So if you can see, I have this leg free over the edge. My sitting bone is right on the edge of that chair. So now when I lace my fingers, push up, I can fold out over top of the leg, looking down at your toe. You have your socks off, you can check your pedicure right now. Empty your shoulders. And just let your body drape forward. Same on the floor. Lift up, stretch out. Release long and slow. You may want to even practice lengthening the ribs out away from your hips. And remember, it doesn't matter how far you fold forward. It's secondary. Wherever you are in the stretch, if you're feeling it, then you're in the posture. I would rather that you focus on feeling your body relax with your breath and releasing any tension that you feel in your body with your exhale. There's no prize if you touch your knee or your toe, right? So I'm sorry, there's no prize for that, and you're also not being graded. So there's a beautiful thing about this. It's just a time for you to be inside your body. Close your eyes. That's really key for you to tune in to the muscles. And every time you exhale, just sink your body a little deeper. Long, slow, and soft. If you have trouble concentrating, I want you to focus on breathing out 3 to 5 times, long and slow. Now take a breath and let your whole body go limp. So just fall forward in the chair as much as you can, or let your body empty toward the floor. Wherever you are in the posture, with your eyes closed, draw your abdomen in and push your spine toward the back of the chair or the wall. Roll up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Keep in mind, our goal is to open the space between the vertebrae as you roll back up through the posture. This again will help to send circulation up through the spine into the brain. So again, if you're just barely forward, doesn't matter. Draw your abdomen in and roll the shoulders. And push the spine back as you curl up through your body. Good. Bring your legs in, and we're going to do a bit of spinal cord breathing. It can be done standing if you prefer. If you're in a chair and you want to get up, I'm going to demonstrate all 3 ways. I'm on the floor, so I'm going to do it from the side so you can see exactly what's happening. Remember, our goal is that you're flexing and extending the spine. So with my hand, I'm demonstrating what I'm going to be doing with my spine. Arms come up if you can. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look up and smile. Breathe in. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Bring your chin to your chest. elbows touch. Breathe in, look up, big smile, tailbone goes back. Squeeze in the shoulders. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest, elbows together. Breathe in, look up. Smile. Don't forget that smile. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. One more. Exhale. So if you're on the floor, continue. Whether you were in the chair or standing, the movement is the same. It's this to this. Here to here. And I'm doing that on every plane to remind you that during the day when you're walking around the house, or you're sitting there and you're watching a comedy show, so you're laughing instead of CNN where you're not laughing, breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. I know you don't always feel like smiling, particularly now, but it's really important to practice and remember the golden rule, fake it if you make until you make it. We're going to do a spinal twist next. So again, chair, you could use the wall. If you're standing, you want to be out away from the wall, and the way I like to tell people at a good distance, put your heel all the way to the wall. The other foot's going to come right in front of that, so heel to toe. And then step out and widen your feet. Bend your knees. Hands at shoulder height. If you're on the floor or in the chair, you're going to be crossing your leg. I'm just demonstrating standing for those who want to stand. You're going to reach back and find the wall. Take a breath in. Again, lift those ribs away from the hips. Lift your chin. Twist and look over the shoulder. The hip that's closest to the wall, you're going to try pulling it back toward the middle of the room. Come back. Twist in the other direction. Exhale. For chair people, cross your leg or your ankle. Again, you're forward on the chair. Arm comes across, the other hand's going to find the chair. So maybe you're on the side. If you can reach the back, that's great. Extend your arm so that the spine is tall. If you're on the floor, same rule applies. On the floor, the knee's going to be bent and the other leg's going to cross over. Take a long, tall spine with a breath in and twist looking over your right shoulder. Make sure that you're not holding this arm up. So the arm that is holding onto the chair or the floor is soft. Come back and realign your spine. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. If you're at the wall, continue. Chair people, continue. Floor people, leg crosses over. Arm comes across. There's many poses that have you do the same arm and leg. Make a cross pattern with the arm and leg so that it opens different neural pathways in the brain. So we're changing habits. Hand comes behind you, and instead of leaning out here, bring it in as close as you can to your body. Hand can be in front of or behind the knee. It's whatever works for your body. Tall body, lift the ribs, take a breath in, twist it over your shoulder. So, feel your body release with the breath. I'm doing a bind, but it's not necessary. Just keep the spine tall and press as you twist. Ease off and come back. Let's do one more. Twisting postures are the most beneficial for the body because they bring out the organs. So if you think about how we sit all relaxed most of the time, it jams up The bottom part of the liver, pancreas and spleen are over on the, well, it's opposite for you here. So on your left side, it's the pancreas and spleen, and on your right is the liver. Also, all the intestines are down here, right? So when you are slouching, you're crunching everything up and you're making those pharmaceutical companies very happy. Let's change that and give them a reason to have their financial problems because you can stay healthier. One leg crosses over, pick whichever side you haven't done yet, or just switch back and forth. Arm crosses, hand near the spine to lift the spine. I'm not lifting my shoulder. I'm lifting from the bottom of the ribs. Take a breath in and twist. Keep the chin lifted. You can either close your eyes or turn and see how far behind you can see. Easing off, come back. Align your spine. We do one more. And the last one to the other side. You could repeat on the other side. In this experience, if you notice that one side felt tighter than the other, just repeat on that side. Not to torture yourself, but because the only reason, or the only way that you are going to bring balance into your body is to repeat on the side that's tighter. So that's what I want you to do. Arms gonna cross. Lift the spine, take a breath in, and keep the chin up. Twist. Ease off and come back. We're gonna add a hip opener. I'm gonna demonstrate here. I'm gonna go to the chair. So if you're on the floor, I'll do this from the side. I think this angle, you can see more of me. You're gonna try bringing this leg up and over. So I'm stacking my knees. If your leg is very high, it means that this is a posture that will benefit you. Then you will be able to get deeper the more you sustain the pose. Yoga isn't about speed. It never was intended to be an aerobic class. If you are just doing the postures, you're exercising. The goal of yoga is to connect the mind with the body. And the way that we do that is to really turn the mind off and let the breath be in charge instead of your brain. Every time you hear yourself judging, stop it, because there's no reason to. You're assessing your body. Put your hands behind you and lift the spine and guide your chest forward. Keep that golden fold of the ribs separated as you fold out. In the chair. Same. So, I know some of you have had hip injuries. You are going to do what you can do. Cross or bring the leg just as you would if you were sitting in an office chair. Tall, long body, fold out. And once you come out as far as you can, whether you're on the floor or in a chair, keeping that spine tall, looking out, soften your shoulders. Empty your hands. Let your arms roll forward, whether you're on the floor or in a chair. Let your shoulders relax. Close your eyes. Feel your head sinking down. Focus on the sound of your exhale. Then draw the abdomen in, and again, practice pushing the spine like you're pushing it out of your body. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Unwind. Take a breath. Other side. So if you're on the floor, the key, we're going to do it with your foot near the knee, and then we're going to start moving the ankle back the second round. So lift tall. Remember to assess which side of your body that felt the tighter. So we've already done one side. Here we go on the second. Long ribs away from the hips. Point your chin out. Fold from the waist. Soften from the shoulders. Relax your arms, let them go empty, and then just let your head fall. Keep your head hanging with your eyes closed, and that way you'll feel the blood flowing through your neck and shoulders and up around your line. It's a great way to calm the mind. I want you to imagine all that tension pouring out of your hip with your exhale. So with each exhale, visualize a waterfall, pulling that tension out of your body and into the earth. Draw the abdomen in, press the spine back, roll up through the spine. Unwind. Other side, once again. So if you're able, pull that ankle back toward the hip. If you're on the ground, we're stacking the knees. Depends on how wide your chair is. You might be able to pull the foot back on the chair as well. But the key is to have this ankle back near the hip as much as you can. Tall spine, point the chin out, pull out from the hips. Soften, roll. Draw the abdomen in, push the spine back, roll up through the body. And unwind the leg. Lift the other leg. Draw the foot back. Tall spine. Abdomen's drawn in. Point the chin. Fold out from the waist. Soften the shoulders. And with each breath, feel your body releasing. Draw the abdomen in and push the spine back. Gently come up through the body, one vertebrae at a time. Unwind your legs. We're going to do one more, not on both sides, just on the side that felt tighter for you. So again, wherever you are, floor or chair, find that place. Which side was it? Repeat one more time. Tall spine, point the chin out, close your eyes, sink your body over the thigh. Picturing tension draining through the hip. Eyes are closed, breath is long, slow, and soft. One more long exhale. Drawing the abdomen in, push the spine back, curl up through your body. Unwind. Take a moment to just notice how your body feels. Again, I invite you to come up out of the chair. If you're on the floor, stay there. We're going to do a forward fold. If you have mobility issues, your goal is that you use the chair. You could use it on the back or the side or the front. It depends on what your range of motion is. Okay? We're going to reach up tall. If you're on the floor, your legs are going to be straight out in front of you. Push up into the sky. Pull the abdomen in. Fold forward. So you're going to be reaching for the chair wherever it feels comfortable for you. Or maybe you can bring your hands to your legs. Again, chair is there for stability if you need it. If you're on the floor, do this to the side so you can see my legs. Abdomen's drawn in just to unhinge the hips. I'm going to look out towards my pedicure. And then Close your eyes. No one's watching. No one's creating you. In your body, with your eyes closed, just notice where you're feeling any dis-ease. And every time you exhale, so you can release it with your breath. Practice going limp. Let everything go. Draw the abdomen in, push the spine back, roll up through the body, one vertebrae at a time. Take a moment to notice the difference in how you feel now and how it felt when you started. Also notice if you're sitting a little taller, because whether you're in a chair or on the floor, again, we're creating space in the vertebrae. And when you're leaning forward and really relaxing into it, you're getting rid of the compression in the spine. So, a very good posture is to squat. If squatting isn't something that comes easy to you, you can do this in the chair to start helping getting your mobility. You're going to bring the knee in and just try wrapping your arms around. So this may be as far as something that is not achievable for you today, but remember, you didn't get out of the crib and start running around the room. Yoga is a process. So your goal is wherever you are, if you can just barely bring your hand to your knee, that's okay. Because the next time maybe you lift your foot just a little bit. Close your eyes wherever you are in that posture. Lengthen your spine. With every breath, see if you can feel your body releasing on the exhale. So every time I exhale, when I let go, the body opens up. So instead of thinking, oh, I can't do this, you are doing it. Your breath is in charge, not your brain. So blow those thoughts out with your exhale. You want to go squatting this way. The feet should be wide. The wider they are, the easier it is. And if you're not able to go down in a squat easy like this, you've got a lot of time to practice right now. So come to your chair, wide open, and just lean back. Do it on the edge of your bed, but the hips have to be free, right? You're going to come down, use something for balance, try to release the hips. Every breath, a little bit more. The heels are up off the ground, which is a really, really common thing. It's normal. If the Achilles tendon is very tight, then the heels will not be touching the ground. So you may want a little pillow or just use something to hold on to. This helps to release the lower back. It's also good for digestion if you have digestive issues. So, squatting. If you're in the chair, you're going to go to the other side. Wherever you are, your eyes are going to be closed. You don't need to see me. I'm just going to be doing what you're doing, which is feeling my muscles release with the exhale. Slowly let go. Take a breath. We're going to go back to some hip openers. So again, I'll do this on the floor, but if you're in the chair, you're going to sit forward. So my hands are near the back of the chair. I'm going to open my legs wide, and I'm going to be as forward as I can on that chair, with my sitting bones still on the chair. And I'm going to lean both knees to one side. And you'll feel this here. And when you bring your legs and just let them lean over to one side, curl that hip over. Come back, curl the hip. So rolling this come back to center. Lower the knees, curl the hip, empty the breath. There's another move you can make if you're on the floor, lifting the hips up. If you have wrist issues, it's okay. That's an option, not a requirement. Every move is an option, not a requirement. If you're judging yourself, stop it. Lift up on the inhale, exhale. Into the knees, twist. Back to center, take a breath in, lift up. If you're on the chair, you're just repositioning from one side to the other. Practice pulling that hip forward. Breath in. Lower the knees, twist. One more to both sides, and I invite you to close your eyes. So lower the knees, curl the hip on the exhale. Come back. Maybe you lift up, maybe you don't. Lower the hips, twist. And come back to center. If you're on the floor, we're going to work on opening the lymph nodes in the front of the thigh, which in the past I've been in the chair or standing. So you could come back onto your elbows. You're going to release, so you're going to lay on one side. It's even better. You can adjust and modify any way you need to. You're going to tap. Remember where the leg crease is? Tap. And go around your hip bone. So that's what I want you to be working on if you're on the floor. In the chair, we're going to move forward. So the leg that's closest to me right now should be hanging off the chair. Bring it back as much as you can. Try extending into that back leg and tap. Come around the hip bone. Down to the groin. If you're thinking, how long do I do this? 18 times. That's what the suggestion is. But I'll tell you, one time someone said to the teacher, my grandmaster, why this number? And he said, because everyone asks me how long should I do this? So pick a number. Pick your favorite number. Generally, teens are a good number, somewhere in the teens. But do it longer if it feels good. Okay, switching to the other side. So roll over if you're on the floor and tap. Bring the legs together. And you'll feel the blood flowing into this area. It's very nice, especially if you have been sitting a long time. So remember, if you're not doing this with me all the time, that's okay. But if there's one thing that you remember from a session, any of the sessions that you've watched through this experience, that's what your body was wanting more of. Just do that one thing. Don't try to think, oh, I can't remember the whole class. I can't do it at other times. Yeah, just do one thing a day. That's all you need to start making memories in your body. Your body wants to open up. So let's do a little bit more for the shoulders. We've done the hip flexors, right? Now we're going to do something to open the shoulders. So there's a posture that people do where they raise their hands up and they reach around, but most people can't do this, right? It's not really easy. So I'm going to show you another way to do it. This is a way that preps your body to open the shoulders so that you can have that openness to bring your arm up and over, especially if you've had a surgery, because our goal again is to open up the shoulder area. If you've had a torn rotator cuff or something like that, just go to 70% in any posture Focus instead on feeling your body release with your breath. Okay. So I'm going to put one arm behind me. I'm going to stand so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to reach around and find my elbow. If you can't find your elbow, know that you can practice this. If you have a belt in your house, a leather belt or a necktie, you can bring it around your arm. Those fancy props in the yoga studios are nice, but there's things at your house you can use too. So bring your hand at your elbow, and you're going to try moving the elbow toward your spine. And as you bring the hand into the middle, this hand will go up your spine. So the key here is to pull the elbow in toward the middle of the back, because this is what creates the openness in the shoulder. And once you have your hand to the back of the neck, you know that you'll be able to reach up and over to connect the hand. But it takes a long time to get there, and it only happens if you're working on it more than once a week. Just know that that's all the time that you do give it. It will still happen eventually. It just takes a little longer. So that's why yoga is called a discipline. The more you do it, the more your body opens into it. So wherever you are with this, just close your eyes. And again, feel the muscle release with the breath. 3 long exhales. Release. You'll feel a big difference in how one shoulder feels than the other. Go to the other side. So again, you're able to reach up and over. One hand comes up, the other comes down. In the studios, a lot of times people will use a strap, or you can use a necktie or a belt, as I mentioned before. But in my experience, what I found is that people pull on to those straps, and then they're holding tension instead of letting go. And it's counterproductive to getting your body to open up, which is when the blood flows, circulation goes through the body in a much more efficient way. So again, it's not about how far you're in the posture. Close your eyes, find the elbow as much as you can, and try pulling it in towards the middle of the spine. This hand can, maybe it's just laying down. It's okay. Maybe your arm's down here and you pull it over. This is secondary. This is the first thing. Pull, pull, pull. Softly with the exhale. And release. Now roll the shoulders. And let's do a one side-to-side neck opener, okay? So again, keep the spine long. You can be on the floor. Tip your head toward your left shoulder. And imagine there's a weight on the end of your elbow. And as you exhale, feel any tension draining through the neck, through the arm, and out the end of the elbow. Keep your arms empty as you lift your head up. Go to the other side. Imagine there's a weight on the elbow. And as you exhale, let your ear drape toward the shoulder. Keep the teeth away from each other. Breathe long, slow, even, and soft. Once you close your eyes, check in with the muscles on your face and make sure they're still soft. Gently bring your head back to center. just from that one side to side, notice how different your neck and shoulders feel. The full neck roll will take about 20 minutes. It seems like a long time, but if you really invite yourself to explore inside your muscles and let your breath release it with the exhale, you'd be amazed how different your head feels. So just from one side to the other, I want you to pick which side felt the most tight. Soften and release the elbows so they're heavy, like there's weight on the end of your elbows. Keep the teeth away from each other and see if you recognize how the muscles move and extend down into the arm, up around the cranium. Remember that the neck area, this little tiny area, is the one area that takes all the communication from the body to the brain, or reverse. So when these capillaries are constricted because you're stressed out, but the brain isn't getting all the messages the body's trying to send. Once you finish, bring your head back to center, and just take a moment with your eyes closed. Whether you're on the floor or in a chair, we're going to go to standing. So bring yourself into that transition place now. If you're in the chair and you want to have a little extra fun with it, swing your arms, come up, maybe fall back a few times. Try to bring yourself up out of the chair without using your arms. Good. Now we're going to, chair or wall is your friend. Use it. Be kind to yourself, knowing that these supports are there and they were made for you to be able to use them. Doesn't mean that you aren't good enough or capable. It allows you to be able. So celebrate that. Use it as you need it. So start out, again, I'm going to lift my toes. So pretend my hands are my feet. They're straight forward. I am turning them to the side so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to lift your toes and spread them out. And then lay them down flat on the floor. So lift the toes. You'll feel all four corners of the bottom of your foot flat on the floor this way. Spread out those toes and lay them down. And just feel how much more connected you feel to the ground. This is what they call grounding. And if you're feeling stressed out, it's a wonderful way to feel connected to the ground. The weather's going to be breaking soon, and the best thing is to do this outside. So then you really have the earth under your feet. Just try to make sure you're not in a doggy park in Philadelphia when you do that. Okay, so now your knees are bent. We're going to cross our arms and try lifting the heel off the ground. So on the side, my heel's lifted, my toes still on the ground. This is a move that you can do anytime. So use your support system. These are your friends. Or practice. I want you to look at something on your computer, like the edge of your computer, at the top of the computer or screen that you're looking at. Something that doesn't move. Focus on your breath. Lift your ribs up away from your hips, keeping that standing leg bent. Empty the breath as you bring the leg down. If you needed to bring your leg down earlier, perfect. That's where you're at today. Lift the toes of that leg you just put down on the ground. Spread them out, lay them flat. Plant the weight into the other leg. If you need to move to the other side of the chair to do this, go for it. Okay, lift up, leave the toe on the ground. Otherwise, lift the knee. And if you can lift a little higher, it's variable. It's what works for your body. The goal is keep the ribs lifted up, standing leg bent, breath soft. Are you exhaling or are you holding your breath? Find your exhale and pay attention to it. do one more on the side that was the most difficult for you. So again, this is not to beat you up. This is to help you to find balance. When one side is weaker, if we continually do the same all the time, it's never going to balance out. Yoga is intended to balance the body on both sides. So pick that side that was more challenging for you. Cross your arms and lift the knee. If you're able to bring the toe off the ground, that's perfect. If not, don't beat yourself up. Focus on your breath. If you are holding on to something, try closing your eyes for a minute and just see if you can feel more awareness in your body. It's harder to hold it. Empty your body with your breath. Good. And then we're going to end our class with a little chi facial massage. So we're going to rub our hands together and come closer. Get your hands nice and warm. Lay your palms over your face. Using a very light touch, you're just going to move your hands up to the edge of the face where the hair and the skin meet. And now slide your hands around the outside edge of your face down to the bottom of your chin. Lift your chin, so from the side, bring your hands very soft, barely touch your skin, up the front of your face to the crown of your head, over the ears, hands to the bottom of the neck. Bring your chin in, fingers to the top of the spine. Push the fingers in, either side of the spine. Lifting the chin. Whoops, just lost my balance. Bring your hands up the front of the throat, up the face, all the way to the crown of the head, over the ears, down to the bottom of the neck. Tilt the chin in. Fingers to the top of the spine. Slide the fingers down the back of the neck. Lifting the chin. Once more. Inhale, lift. Soft, light touch. Top of the head. Exhale, hands over the ears to the bottom of the neck. Chin in. Slide the fingertips to the top of your spine. Push in gently. Bring the hands down to the bottom of the neck. Chin to the sky. Last time. Close your eyes if you know what you're doing. Light touch, hands up to the crown. Exhale, hands over the ears to the bottom of the neck. Chin to the chest. Fingers to the top of the spine. Slide the hands down to the bottom of the neck. And down the front of your chest. Close your eyes. Lay back in the chair, or let yourself rest on a sofa if you're in the living room. Put your feet up over the edge of it. If you're on the floor, lay out as comfortably as you can. Breathe long, slow, even and soft. And remember throughout this week to feel your breath moving through your whole body. So if you're laying out on the floor, keep the body long, the breath long. And visualize that breath flowing up through every cell and crevice and bone and joint in your body. Every time you exhale, feel your body completely emptying. Breathe in. Feel the body full with breath. And as you exhale, let everything go. Gently gather your knees into your chest, whether you're on the floor, if you were in a chair, maybe hang forward for a moment and just put your head between your knees. Take everything empty for an extra breath. Gently roll back up through the spine. If you're on the floor and you've gathered your knees into your chest, roll to one side. Find your way back to a seated position. Take a long breath with me. Continue that long breath. Bring your hands to your heart. This seals the heart meridian, sending love into your body. Put that smile back on your face. And remember, if you do leave your home, smile to other people. If you are in your home full time, every time you look in the mirror, I want you to practice smiling to yourself. It's a good way to send positive energy into your body. Until our paths meet again, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope to see you Monday at 10:30 for Qigong. Have a great weekend. Please step out into the sunshine today. It's beautiful. Bye-bye.